Hello, my name is David Heckaman. Welcome to Atlanta, to the headquarters of Mandarin Oriental Hotel Group. As the VP of Technology for Mandarin Oriental, my job is to oversee new technology, new innovation, as well as construction projects that are underway globally. In the luxury hotel market, it's very difficult to stay abreast of technology changes, especially as it relates to the guest traveler. The world has changed quite a bit significantly over the last 3 or 4 years with the advent of mobile devices and mobile tablets. And our role is to work with the guest focus groups, etc., to figure out how to integrate those products and the guest needs into our hotel platform. In the years past, hotel rooms were always ahead of the curve and had things that guests didn't have in their homes. And now it's actually, we're trying to develop things and put them in the rooms that they currently have in their homes. One of the efforts that we have underway in our innovation lab is actually to figure out how to stay ahead of the curve, both on a renovation standpoint as well as on new construction, to build hotels today that will last for the next 20, 30, 40 years. Welcome to the Mandarin Oriental Technology Innovation Lab. This past year we built out our guest room networking infrastructure 2.0 lab, which is really representative of how we plan to go forward with renovation projects for existing hotels that have copper infrastructure, as well as a new design for future hotels, which is more or less based on a fiber optic to the guest room infrastructure design. So what we've built out here is an example of an entire guest room floor. And in our renovation side of our lab, it's actually a fiber optic to the IDF closet from our core network. For our retrofit and renovation projects, typically we already have the copper cable that's running down the corridor. We've actually worked with Cisco systems to deploy and test a UPoE platform, which uses high-powered power over Ethernet to power up the in-room guest room switch, which allows us multiple ports in the guest room that allows us to power up and deploy both voice over IP, wireless access points, as well as the TV and IPTV platform systems. One of our design requirements was actually to take that power of Ethernet and remotely power the switch that's in the room without requiring any local power. On this side of our lab, we're actually testing our future infrastructure designs for feeding our guest rooms. On the new side, it's actually single mode fiber to the IDF closet and then extending that fiber horizontally out to the guest room. And that allows us more or less unlimited bandwidth for today's world, but also going forward. Our plan is to build a hotel once and not have to worry about going back into the walls to run new cables. And really the single mode fiber is that plant that once you install it, you'll never have to go back and touch. Over the years, you may have to change the devices that hang at one end or the other of the equation, but the wire that's in the walls will remain there. So what we have is in our riser, which comes up from our core network, we have single mode fiber. We have in the distribution closet here on the guest room floor, we have pretty much a cross connect or an optical splitter. And then horizontally, we have single mode fiber that runs to the guest room, which allows us to either put an active network switch or a GPON ONT optical device in there that converts the light to copper Ethernet to allow the local devices, the access point, the phones, the TV system, to be connected via Ethernet to that platform. And we actually have in here, we have 20 kilometers of fiber, which is about 12 miles. So we're actually be able to test that our infrastructure will support both a vertical hotel, fairly short distances, to a resort environment where we have extended, probably exaggerated distances. And the technology solution will work in the same in both environments. For us, the way that we see it, we see obviously our provisioning of high-speed internet as important to the quality of the room service or the decorations. And it's not so much the fact that you are able to download a file or a movie before you get on your plane, it's actually how quick that experience is. In reality, what we want to do is provide the best experience. So if we're supplementing our hotels with lots of bandwidth going out to the internet, but also providing an infrastructure into the guest rooms and be able to have that internet using experience to be as quick and as seamless as possible. Again, I'm David Heckaman with Mandarin Oriental Hotel Group. Thank you for stopping by our Technology Innovation Lab and our guest room infrastructure facility.